I just got my Battle Fury. I'm not having the best game. This is an okay timing. It's acceptable, but I just hit what I call my farming timing in the game, right? Where this is a concept, I will farm, exponentially faster with my Battle Fury than without my Battle Fury, versus my fighting strength is about the same with and without the Battle Fury. So it makes a lot more sense for me to farm in the game because that is what I'm the best at right now in the game. I see this engagement kind of brewing top, right? I see all three of my heroes here. I don't know what's going on here. This is Core Wind and Core Necro farming the hard camp together. And I also see 3 enemy heroes top. I know that Kunkka, who I land against, TP top. And I made a pretty uncharacteristic mistake here. I feel like I normally wouldn't do this, but it's important to, drop my ego and analyze it because I think that you guys will gain a lot from this. I most likely do not want to show up to this top engagement because I just hit my farming timing, unless the enemy dives and I can TP. But I have no TP because I TP'd bottom. And I did that. Yes, it would be nice to TP in here and clean up, but just knowing that I'm on my farming timing and I see a lot of enemy heroes top and I know Kunkka TP'd here. So I basically have like all of this space just to eat up with my Battle Fury. And I know that once I get my Blink Dagger, I'm going to help my team a lot more than I can right now with just my Battle Fury. So I'm making this decision to help myself now so I can help my team a lot more later. So I could go for like a gate wraparound play here, but it's just not what it's about with Battle Fury. But I will say, guys, in general, if it's convenient for you as a carry, you do want to help with this engagement because if your team gets this tower, it means that you now have all of this space open for you to farm. So it is good if it's convenient. It's just in this game, Sniper and Kunkka with all his spells, like the ogre spells, are pretty scary. I don't feel comfortable like showing up to this engagement safely, right? Like I could gate and wait in the fog for Kunkka to use boat and Sniper to show himself and try to like go on Sniper, but it's just too like flippy and there's a chance that I'll just gate and just like wait AFK for too long and not be farming, right? So that's why I TP'd bottom with the intention to just farm it up. And I told my team, I have no TP, guys. I will not be top. The mistake here is what I do after this wave. So I clear this wave. I walk to this hard camp. Why is this a mistake? Because I could just hit this tower. But on Ursa, usually you don't want to be hitting towers because you just do almost no damage to towers with your attacks. But this is an exception because the tower's low. Kunkka TP'd top, so I know Kunkka cannot TP here, and I have a catapult. It would take a lot of coordination for the enemies to kill me without Kunkka. And considering there's something happening here, there's no way they coordinate that gank while this is happening. And then on top of that, what I do after this is I farm backwards. I farm like this way, which it's efficient, but it would be much more efficient if I last hit this tower. We already talked about that, but if I got this wave that just died right here, and then if I went to farm the enemy ancient. So that's the correct farming pattern because I see my team going in top as well. And I knew that there were like a lot of enemy heroes top. If you look at the only hero that's not showing right now, it's going to be the Juggernaut. And I know that Ursa and Juggernaut in a vacuum, I will just 1v1 him all day. Like there's just nothing that he can do to me. That's part of the reason I picked Ursa in this game was because I was against the Juggernaut. So I should have farmed this wave. I should have farmed the next wave that's coming right now, and I should have farmed the enemy triangle. Could have even gotten a ward for myself and put it here just to protect me, and maybe these 2 camps, and then gotten like the next wave. Knowing that there's a big fight going on here, and that, one, it's a lot more efficient for me, because if I farm this ancient camp, it's much closer to the wave, and creep waves are just always more efficient than jungle camps these days, guys. Drill that into your head. Always get the waves if you can. The jungle is just less efficient, period. And it creates more pressure on the enemies, right? If I push this next wave, I push this wave faster and put this cart on their tower, they have to respond to it and they have to TP, and then I can use that information to make another play. If I force a meaningful TP here, so let's say like the Kunkka TP's back here, then I can go with my team and we can bring 5 heroes to taking this tower. That'd be a good opportunity to take this tower, and then I could start farming all this space because this tower's gone. Pretty much only good things can happen when you shove in a wave on a T2. You're gonna get information from it, and even if that information is just, oh, nobody's hitting it, so nobody's in this area of the map, that's good information. So I definitely could have farmed more aggressively here. And again, whenever we can farm aggressively, we should. So this is actually a pretty huge mistake that I make. I'm like farming all the way back here. And I don't know why I did this. And again, this is uncharacteristic. And I also want to point out, this is a situation where your team is very likely to flame you for not showing up. But I just want to turn the fog on and like analyze the situation. So we have this 400 HP ogre who maybe I could have killed if I took a good angle. Kunkka's full HP, Nature's Prophet's full HP, Sniper's full HP. Like, and there's a Juggernaut wrapping camping here with Omni Slash. If I were to have showed up to this, I would have died too. Guys, my decision to farm this whole side of the map instead of like potentially showing up to this engagement is just very correct. Part of being a good carry player is having conviction that your decision to farm instead of like show up to a fight is correct. You want to farm as aggressively as you can when a fight is going on. So this, like me farming the side jungle right now is just giga AFK. Like I'm not accomplishing anything in the game. And if I farm here, you know, I'm putting a lot of pressure on this tower. But I realize this. I think it's like right about here where I realize that I should be in this area of the map right now. So what I try to do here is I try to like compensate for my mistake. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play in this area. It always feels efficient whenever you can play in this area as a carry. That's why when I had the opportunity to, a few minutes ago, I definitely should have. You're getting ancients and infinite waves, right? Because it's so close to where they spawn. I end up overcompensating for my mistake, right? I go for this wave right here, which is too much. And part of this is like kind of a tilt play because I'm realizing the mistake that I made before. And it's pretty close, but I end up dying for it. So the other point that I want to get across in this video is if you make a mistake, like accept it and just keep asking yourself, like, what is my next best play in the game? I think I was kind of ruminating on this mistake and I was trying to like project how the game was 3 minutes ago onto how it is now at 19 minutes. And that's just not how Dota works, right? Like it's interesting because my first mistake led to this mistake. Honestly, what's funny is this game, like, yeah, it looks even and my team is losing, but I honestly don't think it's that hard. I mean, we do end up winning even with this death. This is a really bad death, by the way. But even considering my original mistake of not playing here originally, like if I just, the game was still fine. Like I was still, you know, before this death, top net worth by a lot. This is day 6 of my video sprint where I'm uploading a video every day for 7 days, and the sprint has gone really well, guys. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has shown me support during it. Every single like, every single comment, and every single subscriber means a lot to me, and it's also fuel for me to keep going. It's validation that, you know, what I'm doing is good for the Dota community and that it's worth it for me to keep doing it, because I love Dota and I really want to keep doing this, but I can only keep doing this if it makes sense for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last day of the sprint. Also, if there's something that you guys want to see me talk about in a video, some question you have, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. I love hearing all your suggestions. Even if I don't end up making a video on it, it's just great for me to hear, you know, what you want. And there's a solid chance that I'll do it. Like my last video, yesterday's video, the support guide for core players. That was a suggestion from somebody.